Welcome to the Draw a Fairway to Green podcast. I'm Nathan Rarick, and I do the PGA Tour writing for Fairway to Green.
I'm Brian Koefoot. I do the LPGA Tour writing and the LET Tour writing for Fairway to Green.
All right, so this week we had the BMW Championship and the Portland Classic. Let's start with the BMW Championship. Scotty Scheffler coming back from four down, kind of looked like McIntyre had it in the bag through the first three rounds, and then that opening hole, that two-shot swing was kind of almost the nail in the coffin for McIntyre. I mean, you're staring down the world number one just after bogey and him birdie. I mean, it's a lot to overcome. And then two more bogeys on the next couple holes, and all of a sudden his four-shot lead is done after five holes. I mean, Scotty is just Scotty. I mean, he didn't even play that good on the back nine. He three putted. I mean, missed from 3 feet and missed another short one. I mean, but usually when you do that, you don't win. So McIntyre didn't make the putts he'd made in the first couple rounds, but still, I think he's going to be putting still for that one.
Yeah, I honestly think it was McIntyre. He lost that tournament. I mean, obviously you have the world number one Scotty Scheffler out there, and you always have to be aware when he's around. He's finished in the top 8 in in his last 13 tournaments, and McIntyre really shot himself in the foot here. He hit 6 fairways the entire round in his final round, most of them on the back nine and with irons. So his driver was all over the place. He was missing right in the fairway in a few fairway bunkers. However, McIntyre was third in strokes gained in approach and putting, so it was really driving that just messed him up. And he made 111 feet of putts in the tournament this week, first in the field. So really, it was just off the tee that just killed him in that thick rough at Caves Valley. That was brutal.
Yeah, I mean, even the back nine, he had a couple wedge shots that he just flat out missed. Like I know, was it the par three, or it was 15, maybe not the par three, where Scotty's in the fairway bunker and it's like, oh, this is an advantage McIntyre. McIntyre hits it to 10 feet, and then Scotty comes up and hits it to 6 feet from the fairway bunker. I mean, that one is like, that's just Scheffler being the world number one. Yeah, I mean, the putter kind of ran out. I mean, I think Kisner said it on the broadcast during the final round. He's like, the putter's kind of regressed to the mean because he wasn't going to keep hooping those putts from, I mean, Thursday when I was watching, he was making them from 40, 50. I mean, even a couple 20 footers. It's like, he's a good putter, but he's not that good. I mean, look, he's going to be a formidable opponent on that Ryder Cup team. I think for sure. I think he's someone that Donald could probably play 3 or 4 matches, and he Saturday kind of hushing the crowd. You know, after hearing of someone say he missed it right. I mean, hey, that got me fired up. And the USA chance for Scotty after you hold out on birdie on 17 on Sunday. I mean, let's get this thing going at Bethpage right now, please.
Oh, absolutely. You can only give Scotty Scheffler so many chances. I mean, he three putted 2 or 3 times that final round. You can only give him so many chances, and then win the tournament, especially with a 4-shot lead going into the final day. I mean, that's on you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean that 17th hole. I mean, a couple of groups before, Michael Kim hits kind of the same tee shot that Scotty did in up over in that rough, and he blows it by past the hole into the fringe. He ends up making bogey. So I mean, the chip is just a ridiculous thing. I mean, to be honest, like Scotty hasn't really in all his wins, he hasn't really been tested. Like his majors, he's won by 3, 4, 5 strokes. Like just to come from behind and like show the like resiliency of like, yeah, like I'm still here. Like it's a scary thought. I mean, I think I read that in his last 35 starts, he has 12 or 13 wins. I mean, what are we doing? Like he's finished top 25 in all of his starts this year, and that's because he decided to make his own ravioli for some reason.
Yeah, imagine if
Like
he
if he
didn't make his own ravioli for Christmas. Like,
yeah, does he have 8 wins? Like, I mean, five is impressive again. Like, he's the only person to have 5 win seasons since Tiger did it back to back. So, I mean, yeah, there's kind of things to run out. Like, you don't have anything else to say about him. He's obviously the favorite for next week and should be the best player when they tee up for the Ryder Cup. No, he hasn't performed well there yet in 2 chances, other than taking down Rahm at Whistling Straits a couple years ago. He was really bad in Rome last year or 2 years ago. He was good in Montreal next year, so we'll see if he can kind of be that horse that Keegan Bradley needs. I mean, looking down the leaderboard, also some people, Ricky Fowler came close to getting to the top 30. I think he finished 32. I'm not too heartbroken about it. Again, I think the way he got his points this season, I understand all the exemptions he got, but like it's almost not fair to some of the others people. I don't know if there's a way to change that. I think Harry Hall was the only one to play himself in. He had a great chip shot. I think they're on 17 as well that made it in, and Lucas Glover falling out. I mean, Harry Hall. I don't know if you saw this. He is not even Luke Donald has not even contacted him about the
No,
Ryder
they
Cup.
were all doing the uniform fitting, and he was like, "I haven't been contacted yet. Like, maybe they'll find me." Like, I feel like that's just disrespectful to Harry Hall.
Yeah, I mean, again, not many people know him. I know he won last year down at I think it was the Barbasol or what it's called now. I mean, yeah, he's not flashy, but he's a really good putter and he makes a ton of birdies, and you need that in the Ryder Cup. So that one was shocking to me.
No, Harry Hall's been really good this year. I mean, he's sixth in strokes gained, and second in putting on tour. He's not a flashy guy as you said, but he's kind of like just solid and will perform well every round and just put those numbers on the board.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Harris English. I feel like I feel like those two are comparable. Like they're not going to get too high, not going to get too low. They're just steady and they're going to make birdies. And like maybe, yeah, he probably wouldn't play 4 or 5 sessions, but if he plays 2 sessions and singles, like that's probably good enough if he can steal a point. I don't know. That's an interesting one. All the talk with the American team is, oh, it's a boys' club, it's a boys' club. Well, sounds like that's going over there, the European team too.
No, I think
Next week,
the American team definitely is going to have some shakeups from the boys' club. I mean, obviously with the performances of some of the old guys this year. So, I mean, a guy that I wanted to focus on after his performance at the BMW was Maverick McNeely. I mean, he was third place. He what was it? He was first in strokes gained putting, and he's currently 19th on tour this year in that stat. So he's top 20, and he moves into 10th in the Ryder Cup rankings over Keegan Bradley. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out with Maverick McNeely.
yeah, he's another one that I think because of his name, which is unfortunate, it's kind of the same thing with Ben Griffin. Like if you would blind rank golfers and you put Patrick Cantley and him next to each other, people are going to pick his resume this year. I mean, he's won, he's finished a lot, high a lot, and it's just kind of his name is kind of the holding back, which is unfortunate. Like he's definitely played better than Cantley, so like does Cantley deserve to go? I get the whole Ryder Cup thing. That one's tough for Keegan. Yeah, I like Maverick. I think he's a really good putter, and again, that's just is so important with some of these guys. Like I was just some of these guys on the greens this week that are pretty much locks. Like Morikawa and JT were brutal on the greens. Like if you put them with a good putter, like maybe you turn a weakness into a strength. I think McNeely another good week next week. I think he's definitely vaulting himself up. I mean, again, 10th in the points. He's got to be a serious consideration for Bradley now.
No, I think you have to have that's a pretty big aspect to have some good putters on tour at the Ryder Cup. You obviously got guys who can bomb it pretty far, like Bryson, Scotty. I mean, Scotty's good at everything, but maybe if you choose to take Cam Young, maybe you take a putter like Maverick McNeely. So, and then like if the Europeans, they have Harry Hall, so Justin Rose. So I think you got to have all these guys that can make the putts. That's what it comes down to.
I it's big, especially at those Beth Page. Like it's a difficult golf course. So if you can steal some strokes here and there by making a long 15, 20 footer, or even having to have a match with a 15, 20 footer putt, like yeah, that's what's going to be crucial. And that Keegan's played okay since the win, but like I really do think like maybe now he's slipping down in the points. Like maybe it's best for him to just be the captain, give it all he's got, and be the captain.
Yeah, I agree.
We can talk about that later.
I can't imagine how he's feeling. Like, do I pick myself to get the best shot, or maybe sit back and make the best decisions for like the team? You know, it's pretty
Yeah,
tough.
I mean, he's some of these guys, like you mentioned, Cam Young and Goddard, them playing well, like kind of has given the U.S. some extra people to consider. I think I know Keegan loves the Ryder Cup and he wants to play it and is all on that full swing, but like if he can just go all in on being the captain, I think his energy there would be great for the locker room. He's going to be out getting the crowds fired up at the first tee. He's going to get them fired up on the seventh hole. Like, I think if he can pour his heart and passion into just the captaincy, I think they'd be set up good. Because I think Cam Young could be a really good player at that page. I think I read he won the New York State Amateur there. He's from the area. He hits the ball a mile. He's been one of the best putters on tour, which is a revelation this year. Like again, like if if some other guys can step up, that would be great. Because like also like we gotta look for the future. Like Keegan's older. Like we gotta get some of this young blood in here. Like that's what Luke Donald did 2 years ago. Like he brought in Aberg, who hadn't played in a major yet. He's like, no, you're coming. Like and the whole one Hogard win. Like he brought these young guys to set them up for the future, and I think it works.
No, it definitely worked. I mean, they whooped us, Marco Simone. So
Yeah. So looking up ahead, the Tour Championship, top 30 in the FedEx Cup points have all qualified for it. Now with this, they get into the majors for next year as well. Looks like all 30 are going to be there. Sepp Straka, who missed last week due to personal reasons, he is going to tee it up. Again, Eastlake, this is the second year now that they've played kind of on the renovated golf course. They renovated in 2023. Last year, they played it. Not a real big change. I mean, they added some more bunkering and stuff like that. The 15th hole on the island par three, like they got rid of the one bunker that the players kind of bailed into, and it's kind of just like a chipping area. So it's an interesting thing. Again, I think I saw Scotty Scheffler's plus like 150. Um, again, is this the best format? If you look at the FedEx Cup points, he almost has double the points that McIlroy does. So like, would he want to stagger scoring from the last couple of years? Maybe is that the best way? I don't know. I find it hard to believe that Scotty's been the best player all year, and if he gets the flu and is sick and finishes 10th, he doesn't get rewarded. Like, there's got to be a better way to do this format, whether it's match play. I didn't like the staggered start. I think that was a bad idea. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on what a format could be like.
no, absolutely. I don't think Scotty Scheffler with the season he's had, and even Rory McIlroy winning the Players and the Masters, having to start at the same strokes as everyone else in the field who maybe just squeaked in. Some guys that maybe not even don't even have like a win this year, that don't even have a win this year. So I mean, I think match play, I've been saying it for a while. Match play, I feel like, is the best way to go about it. You play 1 versus 30, or some top few players get buys. Not sure how that would exactly how that would work, but I feel like that's the best way to go about it. I mean, I think Scotty Scheffler going against, I like Scotty Scheffler going against 29 other golfers in the field. I mean, you have to. I mean, it's Scotty Scheffler. So I think the format, doesn't really reward him for the entire season, but Scotty Scheffler having to beat out, because that's what every tournament is right now, is Scotty Scheffler versus the field. So now the field's 29 other players. I feel like you have to like him this week too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. I don't know if he said or any. I haven't read anything yet that I don't know if he's going to have Ted Scott on the bag or if he's going to go with. I think it was Chris Kirk's caddy Mike Cromie who caddied for him last week at the BMW. That'd be an interesting one. It seemed like I mean he won, so it didn't really affect him not having Ted. I know Cromie's a pretty well respected caddy out there, and he's really good friends with Ted Scott, so I think they have a little relationship from that. Yeah, I mean Eastlake. I like the golf course. Sometimes I think, is this really the best test for the Tour Championship? I don't know. Xander Schauffele is not there. He's usually one of the best players at Eastlake, so it'll be interesting. Rory again, he played okay last week. Again, got some heat about not playing, and he's saying he's going to play 8 times between now and the end of the year with the Ryder Cup and European Tour events and all that. So I get it. I mean, yeah, Scotty's got to be up there. It's just Robert McIntyre played well. He played well in Memphis. Like that's another name. I mean, again, with the way it is, like if Patrick Cantley gets hot and makes tons of birdie and he wins, like does he deserve it? Like no. Like Akshay Bhatia goes out and wins, and he was the 30th man in the field, and he hasn't had the same. So yeah, I think maybe now that we have a new PGA Tour CEO stepping in, I think that's going to be a big focal point for him is trying to figure out this Tour Championship. I like the match play idea. I like the buys. I think maybe if you can give the first, I don't know, 6 guys kind of a buy and maybe a double buy, or is it stroke play for 2 rounds and then get in the match play to set that up? Whatever that is, I think the format's got to be tweaked to kind of help the top players. Again, also incentivize them. Like Rory didn't play the first playoff, and he didn't. He's still in the second place at the FedEx Cup list. So
Dude,
like,
yeah.
there's got to be a way.
I feel like the FedEx the final the Tour Championship is incentivized enough already. The top 30 players, they get into all the signature events, all the I think it's all the majors too. I mean, I feel like that's enough. Big huge check because it's a large prize pool at the Tour Championship. So I feel like you're already guaranteed money. You're guaranteed the signature events, which already no cut. I don't think they're no cut events or limited cut. So I feel like that's enough of an incentive to be in the top 30, and then the top players who really stand out, they need to be rewarded for their performance.
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting thing. I'm sure the PGA Tour is having discussions. I know they brought in players. I know the players hated the staggered format and they kind of wanted to go back to this. I think this more so is kind of like a band-aid fix, and then they'll have more discussions. Again, with the new CEO coming in, I think he'll be that. I think that and the kind of live PGA Tour thing are probably at the top of his list to figure out. But yeah, we'll see. Again, I think the Ryder Cup, the last 6 picks, captain's picks, come after East Lake. So we'll see. Like some of these guys have opportunities, like we were talking about Maverick McNeely, Sam Burns, Cam Young, Goddard have to go out there and perform. And even Keegan Bradley himself, like if they go out and they finish, there's 30 players that they finish in the 20s. Like again, like do you pick the hot hand going into the Ryder Cup? Do you pick just based off the points list? Do you pick fit? Do you pick team fit? All that. Again, like it's some tough decisions, but East Lake should be interesting. And Scotty Scheffler, I was looking this up. No players ever won back-to-back FedEx Cup titles. No matter how dominant Tiger was, no matter how dominant Rory was in the early like 2010s, like no one's gone back-to-back. Now the format has been weird, so there are years someone would win the Tour Championship and not win the FedEx Cup. But Scotty, he's got to. Is it a disappointment for him if he doesn't win it? I don't know. I don't know if he really cares. I mean, going back to
Yeah,
his
I
Open
don't think he really
Championship,
cared.
like, if yeah, great. I'm sure an extra $18 million would be nice for him, but like, I think he's out there, he's playing golf, and if he wins, he wins.
I think he might care if the Cowboys win Week 1 more than winning the Tour Championship. Like,
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, but I again, some people took heat with his comments. It's like, why? It's honest. Like he's a golfer, but he likes being a dad more and a husband, and that's fine. Like
he likes the grind of it, just going out there
yeah,
practicing. He loves the game, I guess. I guess that's a great way to look at it. If you're in the luxury where results don't really matter to you, then I mean, I'm all for it. Like that sounds like a great way to go through playing a golf tournament.
yeah, it's a great headspace to be in. If you're chasing it like Rory, like he was chasing that Masters win for 12 years, like that drains on you, and you could see it every time he was there at Augusta in the spring, like and everything, all the full swing stuff, like it's taxing. And if you just have a different view on it, like would he have done it sooner? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to play sports psychologist here, but sometimes the pressure they put on themselves is kind of the hardest competition.
So for this week, I think I have a prediction. Obviously at East Lake, obviously not Scotty Scheffler. I feel like that'd be really lame if you were watching like, oh,
Low hanging fruit.
you picked Scotty Scheffler, like the best golfer maybe probably since Tiger. So I've got Victor Hovland maybe this week. I mean, this year he's second in approach to green this season. However, he is 107th in putting, but he was second in greens and regulation last week at the BMW. I feel like if he can continue that, I mean, putts can go in, and I mean, you never know. This is kind of like how Scotty was a couple years ago, where he was good strokes to tee to green, and then putting just kind of fell apart. And then eventually, once he found that, it was like, wow, Scotty Scheffler. But I mean, I think Victor Hovland, maybe he gets some putts to fall this week. Maybe we could see him up there at the end of the week.
Yeah, I think Hovland is. I'm a big fan of Hovland. He's a great ball striker. I mean, the weakness, like you're pointing out, is kind of his short game putting. I mean, if he puts average, he finishes high just of his ball striking ability. I think I would like to see, and the PGA Tour probably would like to see it too. I mean, I think the PGA Tour would love a Scheffler versus McIlroy coming down the final stretch to see who wins. I personally, I like Fleetwood. I know he's kind of struggled
What a story that would be.
times, but yeah, right. Just his first win being the Tour Championship to win the FedEx Cup. I mean, again, he had a bad round on Friday, but kind of bounced back on the weekend. Played well Sunday. I think he finished at like 9 under
I
or
think he was
something.
fourth. I think he
Yeah,
backdoor top five.
yeah. So I mean, like again, he does everything so well. I that storyline I think would be up there. I think a lot of people would love that after coming from the heartbreak from Memphis and the Travelers in June. I think I'm gonna go with Tommy Fleetwood this week.
I like that. That's a good pick. I want to see that now.
Yeah. So LPGA, it was the Portland Classic. I'm gonna butcher this name, so I'm not gonna even try it. But I know. Do you have the name off the
Yeah,
top of your head?
Aki Awai, she won the Standard Portland Classic. She won by I think maybe was it 4 shots, so pretty
Yeah,
dominant.
she ran away with it.
She made 2 bogeys and a double bogey the entire week. She was just unbelievable, right? Just no mistakes. I mean that's and
Yeah,
she
that's the name of
so
the game.
yeah, easy game, right? So she joins her sister Chisato as winners on. She has a twin sister. She won on the PGA Tour in I think Mexico earlier this season, at the beginning of the season. So she joins her. She's the fourth rookie from Japan to win on the LPGA Tour this season. Obviously, you got Yamashita who won the Open 2 weeks ago. So I mean, a big year for the rookie Japanese golfers. A lot of success on the JLPGA, and now it's translating to the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, to have their parents two LPGA Tour winners in the same year, twins. I mean, again, that's an accomplishment for both of them. I know the Hogards over on the PGA Tour, they've never won on the PGA Tour. I know they both have won on the DP World Tour. So that's really exciting to see. I mean, 4 rookies to win all from Japan, like I mean that tour I've seen just some of it like that tour is so young. Some of these winners like they're just coming out here and they're winning right away, and
Dude, they're loaded with
it's not
talent.
that easy like to win that young. Like you're young, you're playing these golf courses for the first time. A lot of them are you don't know what it's like traveling to new cities, especially if you're not from the United States. Like that's a big deal. Like it's hard, like to win any tournament and then do it in kind of foreign land and on golf course you don't know. Like that's impressive.
Yeah, Japanese golfers, they've won 2 of the major tournaments this year. You got Yamashita, and then you had Mao Seiga, who won the Chevron at the beginning of the season. I mean, you got to watch out for the Japanese golfers every time on the course now. Teams, you got. I mean, it's a very entertaining season. You got the Nelly
Yeah,
Kordas, but then you have Lottie Wood, the former #1 amateur. She won. She won on her first professional start. She won on the Ladies European Tour at the Irish Open, and now you have these like really talented Japanese golfers coming up. It feels like every week is a great week to watch.
yeah. I mean, I think the LPGA Tour has got to be excited about that. I think getting some of the young blood, I think, is great. I think hopefully with all these international winners, like they get tap into a crowd that they can bring in more people. I know like the PGA Tour has a lot of international, but they're not. I mean, other than Hideki, like there are not many successful Japanese players on the PGA Tour.
Not
So I think
really.
for the
No.
LPGA Tour, if they can tap into that market over there and go play, I know they play tournaments over there a lot. So I think that's great for the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, I agree. They're gonna go. They'll be moving into the international kind of swing soon in the tour. They're gonna go to like Japan and China. So definitely, definitely watch that soon.
Okay, nice. Let's talk about the Ryder Cup since some more people qualified for it this week. The 6 automatic picks for the Americans have been um, clinched. So you have joining J.J. Spawn, Xander Schauffele, and Scotty Scheffler. You have Bryson DeChambeau, Harris English, and Russell Henley as the other 3 automatic qualifiers. I think DeChambeau is kind of the only shocking one. I thought maybe he'd fall out of contention, but he ended up sticking at 6. I think he's a great course fit for Bethpage. I think he's long. He hits good irons. If you pair him with a good putter, um, I think he could be a force. I think he's kind of looking for that number 2 behind Scotty right now. I mean, with Xander kind of being okay since
I
his
think Bryson's got the
injury,
#2 at this point. I don't know if
I
I'm as
think
confident in Xander right now with this season's
yeah,
performance.
yeah. I think Bryson, if you can, I think a him and Harris English pairing would be just great. I think Harris English is a great iron player, so if you can use DeChambeau's distance and English's iron game, and then both on the greens are good, I think that would be a good pairing. Um, I think Russell Henley, again, I think him and Scotty were great in Montreal last year at the Presidents Cup, so I think that's another good one. I think he could probably pair with JT pretty well. He's a pretty good putter. I think they both hit it well. That would just be a ball striking clinic between those two, and JT's really struggled on the green. So if you kind of set him up with a good putter, I think, and then over on the European side, Terrell Hatton and Robert McIntyre qualified this week. So they join Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, and Rory McIlroy. Hatton has been pretty good in the majors. He's great in the Ryder Cup. I think he's one of those fiery kind of Ian Poulter like characters that I think the New York crowd's going to hate him, and he's going to thrive off that.
Oh, I think so too. I mean, the New York crowd's going to give it to all the European dudes, but him especially. I think he'll lean into it, play the villain for sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I know the captain's pick for the American teams, they come out, I think I saw August 27th. The European teams, they come out after that at some point. Again, I think with the 6 picks, if we go further down the list to add JT, Morikawa, and Griffin as kind of 7, 8, 9. I wouldn't say they're locks. I think I'd be confident saying they're all on the team. I mean, Ben Griffin played well again this week. I think he's just one of those consistent players like a Harris English. My concern is a lot of these Americans are rookies. Like JJ Spawn hasn't played in one before. Henley hasn't played in one before. Griffin hasn't played in one before. If he goes with Cam Young or Chris Goddard, they haven't played in one before. So that's where I'm like, do we go Sam Burns and Cantley?
I think we have to take Sam. I think Sam Burns has to come.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
you saw him on Sunday at the BMW. He's making birdies. I mean, for a while there, I was like, hey, is he going to contend with maybe get to as far as McIntyre and Scotty up there?
Yeah, I mean, at one point he was at 11 under. I'm like, if he makes a couple more putts and Scotty keeps missing these 4-footers, like we could be talking about two best friends going at it for it. And again, I know a lot has been placed with, oh, Scotty's got to play with Russell Henley after Montreal. Like, if I'm Keegan Bradley, I'm making sure Scotty Scheffler is the most comfortable up there, so he plays his best.
Sure.
And Sam Burns is his best friend. They played in the Presidents Cup in Quail Hollow a couple years together. I know they played once in Rome and got destroyed, but I think just being in New York, I think being friends and being able to do it together, they're both, again, maybe a weakness in Burns' game is iron play. So if you're getting Scotty Scheffler getting play off Scotty Scheffler's iron play, and you're giving Sam Burns, who's arguably the best putter on tour, looks from 15 feet and in. I think Bradley's got to really consider that pairing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There is no Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler's the best player in the world. So as you said, I feel like you got to make him the most comfortable guy out there, and having him out there is a guaranteed point every time. He'll play every round, and maybe you put him with Sam Burns and let Scotty home in America. Bethpage Black, you got his best friend out there. He's got his caddy. You got the fans behind him. I mean, you have to use all of that to your advantage to get a guaranteed point when Scotty Scheffler is out there.
Yeah, and maybe it's a thing where maybe him and Burns don't play. Maybe they play alternate shots together, and then him and Scheffler and Henley play in the foursomes together. So I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. Again, the bottom half of this roster will be interesting. Again, does Keegan pick himself? I'm leaning towards no at this point. But is it a Chris Goddard up? Is it a Cam Young? I'm leaning towards Cam Young. He's from the area.
Yeah.
Drives the ball a mile. He's a good putter now. I think he's probably could go out there and play with a Harris English, a Ben Griffin, or someone like that. And again, if he can get those New York crowds on his side, he's from there. I think he's got to be in there. So that would give us 10. McNeely is an interesting one. If we add Burns, that's 11. That 12th one, I really do. Cantley, maybe. He hasn't done it for me this year. So I don't know how you feel about Cantley. I don't think he deserves it, but I'm not making a choice here.
I don't think so. I don't think Patrick Cantley's done enough. I'm in favor of taking McNeely, and then because I feel like he's a rookie, but I'm more comfortable giving him a chance than Brian Harman. I mean, Brian Harman doesn't really do it.
I don't want Harman or Andrew Novak finishing dead last. Well, not dead last because Berger withdrew, but I think his shot's kind of gone. I think he needed 2 high finishes here and next week to kind of solidify a spot, but he hasn't really played well.
No, I don't.
Over
I
on the
don't think
Europe,
so. I think my
yeah,
three right now are is Sam Burns, Cam Young, and Maverick McNeely. If you would have asked me last week, I would have said Keegan Bradley. But with all these guys coming in form at the right time, and Keegan kind of just playing all right, I think it's best for Keegan to just kind of sit back and manage and kind of just put his best foot forward on seeing the U.S. get the win.
yeah, I think I like those three, and it's something where maybe like, hey, like you tell McNeely, like, hey, you'll probably play 1 or 2 sessions of the partner stuff, but you're not gonna play like maybe it's he's specifically with someone for alternate shot. He's not gonna play 4 or 5 matches like Scotty and DeChambeau and them, but like, yeah, if he can play with him and a Morikawa pairing, maybe. Morikawa's not great with a putter. McNeely's a good putter. Like, they're both good ball strikers. I think that would be a nice little pairing that maybe Bradley throws out there one of the sessions to maybe steal a point or get a half point. Over on the European side, it looks like 11 of the 12 are set again with those top six kind of we talked about, or top five we talked about, and then you add in Sepp Straka, Shane Lowry, John Rahm, um, who else is up there? Fitzpatrick, and then Victor Hovland. I think that's right at 11, and that kind of 12th spot is
Yep. Matt
Rasmus
Wallace and Matt
Hogard.
Fitzpatrick are the
Yeah,
last two right now.
yeah. So I mean, I know Rasmus Hogard over on the GP World Tour finished second this week. Like, I'm sure Luke Donald loves that. Like, he hasn't really played well, didn't make the playoffs on the PGA Tour, so him going over there, putting himself in contention, I think that bodes well for him. I mean, his brother finished, I think, down top 15. That's another one. He was there in Rome as the 12th guy, kind of played a couple matches. Aaron Rye, I thought maybe if he had a good playoff, could sneak his way on, but he hasn't really done much. Harry Hall is the one that,
I think Harry Hall's got to be
again,
on the team. I would pick him over Fitzpatrick any day. That putting, you pair Harry Hall with Victor Hovland. You got draw off the tee an approach from Victor Hovland, and then you got the putting from Harry Hall. I mean, I feel like that, and Harry Hall's also really good. Harry Hall's pretty good around the from tee to green too. He makes a lot of birdies, so I feel like that could be a good pairing with guys who might not be too good at the putting on the European side.
yeah, I'm a big Fitzpatrick fan. I think I just like the way he plays, but like, he's played well the latter half of this season, but like the Ryder Cup like has been great for him. He's played in 3 or 4 before, and he has like 1.5 points. Like, I know I get like Luke Donald doesn't want to bring another rookie into Bethpage, and I get it. Like, you don't want to bring in Hogard and Harry Hall, but like, again, you can hide them. Like, you can hide them pretty easy with not having them play 5 matches. Like, you can hide 2 of them just like they did with Hogard last or in Marcus Simone.
Right? Yeah.
So next week, like we said, Tour Championship is down at East Lake for it all. The big FedEx Cup, I think it's the prize $18 million and a 5-year exemption on the PGA Tour. The LPGA is up in Canada. We'll kind of have a better picture maybe of the Ryder Cup and as those picks come out. Look out for our next episode. We'll be recording it next Monday, Tuesday. So listen, like, subscribe for us, and we'll see you next Tuesday.